This is my CNC, and as far as they go, it's really not that big. So I gotta make it work. And to do that, I cut 4x8 foot sheets of plywood down into 5 of these. This is a 3x2 foot section, which then leaves me a, 12-inch by 24-inch piece to either prototype or to do small pieces. And these are 4 of the upside down sander mounts. Not put together, of course. Reason I'm showing you that, they come out of one sheet. Now, this is the finished product when it's all done. However, 2 passes. So as the sound cut out briefly here, I explained I do 2 passes with a 1/4-inch bit and the rest with an 1/8 of an inch. A lot of work goes into these, and I can only get 4 at a time. Why is that even relevant? Well, a lot of you may have seen this video here. Well, I tell you what, you guys came in droves in the month of June, along with a Father's Day sale. We've sold almost 160 plus of these things. And if you're wondering where your order is, which all the emails have come in, I've tried to be very gracious and very honest about what's going on. Well, we've had 450 orders in the month of June. I've never had that many orders in the span of 3 months, ever. I'm typically a pretty good one-man crew, but I just got completely buried. And here's the story. Still, as a one-man crew, just me, this has been pretty exciting, pretty exhausting, and a hell of a lot of fun. I've never been so tired and so energized at the same time. This has been really cool. The support you guys have shown us on this channel and with this new business venture of mine has been absolutely incredible. Speaking of the business venture, we haven't branched out and hired associates yet. We're not quite there. But I do want to say I've gotten a lot of chatter, a lot of talk about, we used to be different. And used to make projects in a garage, and that was kind of the genesis of the channel, of course. And now we're doing this. Well, the projects in the garage weren't necessarily taking care of the 5 human beings that live in that house. And I had to figure something out. Long story short, this is what we've done. And I've taken a couple of designs, and you guys as a community, the Glimpse Insiders as I call you, you have come to my rescue. So thank you so much. That is why the channel has changed. It's like an animal who eats through a pasture and all the grass is gone. You gotta move. You gotta go somewhere else to survive. And that's what we've done here. Anyway, let's get into this. I'm gonna show you about this exciting time. And if you wonder what your package is, well, yeah, it's coming to you if you haven't gotten it yet. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. So I'm going to give you a little glimpse inside here of my day-to-day and some tips and tricks as a small business owner who's learned a thing or two in the last year or so about how to really keep this operation going smooth and to keep you wanting to come back each and every day. Assembly lines like you see here are a must, especially laser cut parts if that's what you're into. Now, this upside down sander mount, well, this is why I made this thing, because you can see here parts upon parts are ready to go, and I'm not lying to you guys when I tell you almost 40,000 parts have gone through this and it has worked flawlessly. Of course, after doing some sanding, I'm back to the laser to pull more parts out, and again, all sheets have only 1 part on them. Some of my products have 4, 5, maybe even 8 parts, and I do batch them out part by part, if you know what I'm saying. Is there a part counter here? How many times did I say that word? Now, once these pieces go on these small shelves to keep everything organized, I'm going to show you now how I organize them digitally. You can see here, each piece is replicated in the 2x3 foot grid, and then I bring that over into Lightburn, put it on the cutting surface, and then there you go. And so, while that's working hard, I've got the CNC finished up with other products, and I take them over to where they need to be sanded. This is a lather, rinse, repeat style business, but I love it. It's fun to see all this come together, and I really do like the process of the assembly line and production work. I don't know, I just came up through retail. I guess I can't help myself. Now I'm making my way to the table saw to cut down all the wall cleats, and once I get enough to load up on this cart, I then take them over to the shed. Yeah. Not pretty, but it works. So I don't have a big enough facility to put shipping and production in one area. I tried that at first, it just didn't work, but I was lucky enough to have one of these portable handy houses to convert to a shed. I have a whole video on that. If you want to see how I converted this, it's going to be down below. And then this is my process. I just kind of lift the pieces up, and after packing them up, we're going to go ahead and take them out to the, well, yeah. Some real life. Ladies and gentlemen, John and Dover, everything's fine. Sorry about that. And so with more production finished, I got wall cleats and these, oh boy, I got these 15 by 15 1/8 of an inch panels for laser cutting. I figured I'm gonna push these things forward, get the weight more to the front of the cart. I should be good to go. You know, it's been suggested I put a ramp on this, but I don't mind doing this too much, you know. Oh my goodness. I'm literally freaking out at this point that all this is gonna fall. And we were just about on the precipice. But I finally had the inevitable realization that maybe, just maybe, well, maybe I'll just take it in by hand. And the look on my face. So, working in small batches, making my way out to the street, putting these things in the parcel box, and I gotta thank Patrick, my UPS driver, and Diane, my United States Postal worker. You guys are absolutely incredible. You may not see this video, but your help is much appreciated. I gotta tell you, my dad is an absolute rock star. He came out last week, one day, to help me do this, and look at that. That is a huge help. And he's also in there sanding or putting together, what are these things called? These spray paint holders as well. And the assembly line again for the win, and I am beyond fortunate to have him helping me with this. Thank you so much, Dad. Yeah, I think he's probably putting together maybe 150 of these. Pretty crazy. Love that guy. That is a lot. Okay, after I told those guys to hush just for a minute, something really cool about seeing products kind of come to life and then actually doing well. And I'm really so happy that Pops was able to help me out with this. So this is kind of what I call the fallout of the woodpeckers situation. Now, has anyone from there, well, have they reached out to me? Not at all. I don't really expect them to either. And again, I kind of call this a win-win for both parties here. I recently checked their website and they're sold out of their sand stand. I don't think I have anything to do with that, but I might, I don't know. And then I typically don't sell out of things, especially ones that I can just go make. We've never sold this many of something like this ever. So I think you guys coming to our rescue, like I said, and supporting the little guy and the guy who's just trying to make a living by putting on his shoes every day, or in this case, flip-flops every day, and just getting out here and putting his best foot forward. The story is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool story of leaving corporate America and doing this, and you guys supporting this. But you know what? Honestly, I don't think the story is that much different from the genesis of when Richard started Woodpeckers too. And I think about that too. I do. I really do. Eventually, who knows where this company is going to go. Right now, it's still just me. I do have plans, hopefully next year, to expand. But that's really depending on you, depending on your support. And your support only comes if I design kind of cool and functional things for you guys in your shops. So you can get back to doing what you do best, and that's woodworking. Something evidently I don't do much of anymore, but I really do want to. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. This has been an incredible journey thus far. I wanted to kind of give you some insight to this and kind of what's happened. Again, like the name of the channel states, you know, we're indicative of giving you a glimpse inside of things. And who knows where we're going to go, but this has been completely awesome. And thanks again for your support, and I really do. I mean, I love you guys. I can't tell you anything more than that. It's been amazing. Stay tuned to see what comes next. I've got something pretty interesting coming out soon. Here's a little hint. Bye.